What it do? What's up? We back.
We made it.
We made a smoke dog. Guess who we got back in here with us?
We got
It
the
wouldn't be the
trash talkers, the
Germany,
original trash talkers back in
The original. They always burn us with that original.
And to
crap,
our
man.
people, by the way, this is a novelty because this is the first time that we have been showing our disgusting faces on camera, and potentially the last time, depending on the theme pick. Just kidding. I am Alex. You might have known me.
This
from
can't
my
be
voice.
the last time. We have to have more of you guys.
And that's JJ. You might have known him from his voice, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but, yeah, we've upgraded.
There's really nothing good about me
Yeah,
except
we're going with the times now.
my
So
Hearthstone knowledge.
Yeah, so this is the kind of people you've been taking advice from for like 2 years on Hearthstone now. So yeah, I hope you feel terrible about yourselves for that. But
Actually, we
not at all.
didn't start Hearthstone
No, we didn't.
right in the beginning.
but people have been requesting this, so here's your camera. And
Right.
You
and
can't
the setup
tell.
in the
It's
back.
it's quite obvious which one is Alex
Yeah.
and which one
We
is
did this.
JJ.
We did
Yeah,
this with
you
you guys. So we sent you a screenshot just of this setup, and we asked you to pick to guess who's me and who's JJ, and you both got it. Let's say.
All right. Well, with that being said, y'all, this is Smoke Dog. What number is this?
27.
Give it to me in Spanish, my friend.
27.
27. And what number is this for you guys?
It's 80 more than you. It always
It always is.
Oh,
Always
Lord.
will be. Always will be. What do we have, man? What kind of topics do you got?
Well,
We have our normal segments of explain this and WTF.
yeah, we're gonna hold off on the OMG just because we got our fellow trash talkers. So we're gonna Smokey.
For the sake of time.
What's going on in the great state of Florida?
All right. Y'all want to know what Florida man did this
Oh,
week?
What did Florida man do?
Oh boy.
What they do?
All right. Florida man was arrested after throwing firecrackers under a girl's bed during a prank gone wrong.
Oh Lord.
A man in Florida is charges, including child cruelty.
What? How? Wait. How does it say how old the chick is?
9 years old.
Oh,
Come
dude.
on.
Including child cruelty after he allegedly threw a lit firecracker under a sleeping girl's bed on Saturday. Telling deputies it was a prank gone wrong. Matthew Morrison, 44, of Crestview, which is
44.
about a 45-minute drive from Pensacola,
Wait.
lived in a tent outside the home.
Hold
Of course
up.
he did.
Pump the brakes.
This rabbit hole's getting deeper.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Before you go any deeper.
So I got one
This
point.
guy-
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Okay. He lived 45 minutes away from this girl's house, right?
He lived 45 minutes away from Pensacola.
In a tent.
Yes.
Drove to this girl's house.
He lived in a tent outside the home he entered without permission.
Oh my!
That
Keep
makes it
going,
much
bro.
better,
Only in
of course.
Florida. I know.
He said the homeowners let him sleep outside on the property as a favor to an acquaintance he was trying to help. Watkins said after Morrison threw the lit firecrackers under the 9-year-old girl's bed, the homeowner chased him out of the house.
Forget a stick. Where's the shotgun?
The child and Morrison were not hurt, deputies said, but the incident left the girl terrified, she told deputies. She was crying and shaking after the prank.
Wow.
Surprising.
Guys,
Okay,
what-
I guess my first question, right? So he says it's a prank gone wrong, right? What exactly
yes.
would have had to happen there for the prank to go right? Like, what was the intention to begin with?
Well, I mean, I guess the intention was to scare her, but it just scared her too much.
If this helps the situation, he was also found in possession of meth.
Oh, that explains it all.
That
that
justifies
explains it
of
all.
course, obviously, yeah, that makes sense.
My thing is, okay, why this particular girl? Why a 9-year-old? And what the hell are you doing in my house throwing firecrackers under my daughter's bed?
If a guy, listen,
So
if a guy
apparently-
with meth in his possession is camping in your front yard, you don't be surprised for
Yeah.
him to show up in your house.
Right.
Yes, don't be surprised what is going to happen to you.
I mean, reason number
But,
one, opportunity. Reason number two, opportunity. Reason
Yeah.
number three, well, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Meth.
So he's just thinking, you know what would be a good prank if I just throw some firecrackers under the daughter's bed?
Hey, I just got 3 words, bro.
Did it go in? Like, was he in the house? Did he throw it in the window? How did it happen?
Yeah, it was
No, he broke in. Well, he entered the house. I don't know that the doors were locked, but he was camping outside and he entered the house found the girl sleeping and threw firecrackers under her bed because he thought it was funny.
He was a creep.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
He was a
course.
creep.
Super
Dude.
funny.
100% this guy was a creep. And not only that, man, this okay, yes, what he did was wrong. But his dad chasing this guy out with a stick.
Yes.
Where's my shotgun?
Yes.
Where's the pistol?
Doesn't
Yes.
Florida have
Where's
a
the
standard
knife?
ground law?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Exactly. They have a stand
So
your
if he was shot, it would have all been legit.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he could have shot him for camping in his front yard.
Well, apparently
Oh, well,
they
that's-
allowed it to.
Yeah, they
because he
allowed
was
him to
doing
stay
a favor
there.
to a friend or something. I,
Fair enough.
you know.
But he was charged with possession of methamphetamine and burglary.
Oh Lord.
Fair enough.
Only in the great state of
Yeah.
Florida.
Fair
Yep.
enough.
That's what happens.
Seems
when you live
very
in Florida.
legitimate.
Right. All right. Well, that's our WTF Smoke Dog.
What's up?
Do you haven't explained this?
I do.
Did you guys get the picture?
We got
Yes.
it. Okay, we got the picture.
All right. So
Listen.
this young man,
This young
Looking
man
all
looking
handsome.
like Squidward tentacles, but black.
Ah.
so he was arrested, and you know I don't have the backstory on this guy, but he does look perplexed to be in prison.
Yeah,
or in jail.
Guys, I want to hear your side. What do you think explain this mugshot, guys?
I think there's some kind of substance abuse going on there for sure. That's usually like the
You know what? I
basis
don't
for
think
that stuff.
he did substance abuse or he had substance abuse. I think his parents had substance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
This is
This is alcohol fetal syndrome.
to the
Yeah,
T or
for sure.
crackhead. I don't know. There's a popular meme in the U.S. where this guy's like, "Got him" or "These nuts." Have y'all seen that?
Oh
These
yeah.
nuts.
He looks like
He looks-
he just spent 12 hours working at the Krusty Krab and now he can't take it. anymore.
The crusty crab.
Dude, this guy he literally looks like, who ain't got no bitches?
He's
Dude,
like,
it's
he just came
funny,
from
man.
the 16th century and then they took the picture and he was like glaring at the flash because he'd never seen it before.
Maybe. Dude, I feel bad for this guy. I wonder if y'all had to take a guess, what do y'all think he got locked up for? What was his charges?
I mean, I'm not trying to judge here, but from what it looks like, he has the IQ that they would charge him with anything they can, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how a lot of cases worked back in the day when it was like, you know, a slightly mentally retarded person that they could pin the crime on and they couldn't
Yeah.
find anyone else, they would just do it.
Way too
Right.
much. Way
That
too
could
much. Way too
possibly
much.
There's
Right.
there's been like all kinds of like there's been murder charges where they were like, oh yeah, hey, there's
Yeah.
this strange big guy that lives around
Exactly. Yeah.
here, that
Hey,
isn't
there's
old enough to
there's
comprehend
these
murder.
nuts.
Yeah.
And
This guy also
Right.
does this guy also in a way look 2 years old or something?
Yeah,
yes.
he looks 3 years old in
Look
a
at the-
45-year-old man's body
Look
With a
at the
beard.
teeth.
with a beard.
It's like an alien
Hey, he
kid.
looks like. And what y'all arresting me for again?
Everything, sir.
But what I do?
Everything.
But how I do it?
All
all the
kinds of ways. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
Well,
kind
that
of
was
like,
Yeah, that was our WTF. That was our Explain This. Now over to our fellow trash talkers. What you guys got for us?
We have a game prepared. Now the question is, do we want to do this first, or do you want to talk about your topic first? Because we can talk about yours first, and we'll cut it with the fact of the week, and then play our game.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's get in
do
what
that.
you have.
All right. In
Good. Oh, you.
Oh, dude. All right, hold
You're
on. So
ruining our
let's.
segue,
I'm sorry.
man.
I gotta get smoked up.
Yes.
Let's get into some good old fashioned trash talk. Yes, sir.
Booyah.
Booyah. So
Beautiful.
for people in the United States,
Mhm.
and I don't know, you guys might actually have this problem here in Germany as well, but there is an epidemic, a huge epidemic going on right now with the homeless situation, and it's so bad. Apparently, LA
Yes.
is one of the worst, man.
Yeah, all the big cities are struggling with it right now. LA, Seattle, New York,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, definitely. Now, I was watching this special presentation that Dr. Drew, Dr.
No,
Drew
the
Pinsky,
drug guy.
yeah, the addiction medicine
Specialist, yeah.
So he was doing this report on the homeless, and he's saying that it is not a housing crisis. This is a mental illness crisis, basically.
Right.
Is what he's saying. That these people are not, most of the people, I mean, there are programs that are helping people who are genuinely homeless.
Mm-hmm.
But these people, he's basically saying they're homeless because they choose to be homeless, either through their mental illness or through drug abuse.
Let me ask you guys: do y'all have a big homeless problem over there?
Not really. As a matter of fact, we live in a small town. I'm sure there's some in bigger cities, but it's nothing that's ever on the news or newsworthy, because it's like if you drive to the next biggest city, you'll run into like 2 or 3 of them in some street corners. But there's really nothing.
Even in like Cologne,
epidemic to speak of. You'll like if you're not looking for them, you might not see one.
I mean, yeah, there is definitely beggars around, but you don't. That doesn't even necessarily mean they're homeless.
No.
I mean, probably most of them are, but not that many. No. Frankfurt is definitely worse than Cologne, though.
Yeah.
I can speak about being in Atlanta, but I have heard stories that in Los Angeles, California, that I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Skid Row. Have y'all ever heard of that?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Skid Row is basically the street where all homeless people live on.
I was thinking of the band, but fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's
what?
I think that's
yeah, but if you go, there's some places in Los Angeles where you can walk the streets and there's tents, set up,
shanty towns,
right?
Yeah.
Like set up back to back to back to where it's just littered with homeless people.
See, if
Now,
you got a full street of tents set up in LA, it's either homeless people or people lining up to buy the next iPhone.
One of the two. One of the two.
You know what? Knowing the priorities of some homeless people, maybe both.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Right.
Now, one of the problems he points out is that having this homeless population also leads to a rat infestation.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And I don't know exactly how he makes that connection, but it was one of the points he brought up, that there's a certain number that if we reach like the point of no return with the amount of rats that are in a city, it also breeds the plague, and we could have a legitimate plague problem break out again.
Like a black plague again?
I think you guys over in the US have a way bigger issue when it comes to introducing viruses into your population that is not, in fact, caused by another species, but by ignorant people not,
vaccinating their children.
Yeah, that one.
Well, let's talk about that. What do you guys think about vaccinating a newborn baby?
Well,
what do y'all think about that?
It's mandatory. It's just there's absolute it's absolute basic thing. There's no two qualms about it really. You have to do it.
It's like vaccination overall. It's definitely something that, again, it's very necessary because, of course, preventable disease and that kind of stuff. The only things where I'm not necessarily for it is stuff like flu shots, when it's like very minor diseases that
I agree.
You are
and it's
very
kind of
with.
kind of got limited reservations too, and it's not that necessary. Sure, but in general, the whole vaccination process, there's no two opinions about it.
All the important ones, of course.
Now, I'm a little torn around that because I've been in 2 relationships where the girl that I was with was actually pregnant, and these kids weren't mine. But, I treated them as if they were my own. Now, I had no clue that when the day, not the next day, not a week after, the day a child is born, they give that child a hepatitis B shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a fact.
Huh.
Why?
I didn't know it was that close to birth.
Literally the day. Why are you giving a newborn baby a hepatitis B shot?
So it doesn't get hepatitis B.
So that it doesn't get hepatitis B.
Oh, of course.
It's a newborn baby.
Yeah, it's
Exactly, they have a weak immune system.
Yeah, it's super vulnerable, and it's in a hospital environment.
Alex, don't bully me now.
I'm not.
Don't you bully me.
I'm not bullying nobody now. Come on now.
Now, me personally, I agree with vaccinating children.
I disagree 100%.
I don't agree with the flu shot because that
gives them the virus.
The flu shot is
debatable.
Yeah, the flu shot also is, at least historically speaking, very ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest issue with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
from my experience and people that I know, most people that get the flu each year have had the flu shot.
Yeah, the problem is, from what I've heard, the flu shot is basically based on last year's strain because that's all the stuff they have to work off of. But the new one has different antibodies, so it literally doesn't help with the current flu.
Doesn't do much at all.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because over here, it's like, I don't think I've ever gotten a flu shot.
Neither I haven't either, but I've never had the flu.
I've gotten a flu.
That's my point.
As a kid, when my parents just took me, but at some point when I was old enough to decide myself, I was like, this doesn't really seem necessary.
Yeah, but how do you know you had the flu? How do you know it was just not a common cold? You might have had a fever.
You really, for the most part, I think you really don't know unless you go to a doctor. It's just like, oh, it's that time of year. A lot of people do. So I'm not going to be surprised if I do too in the next couple of weeks.
The symptoms are a little stronger, I believe, but overall it's not that bad. There's also the thing why, like, the regular flu, like, as a healthy person, you can just cope with it very easily.
That's also the thing when the medication is kind of limited. Not everyone's supposed to go get it if they need it for the elderly, for example, or smaller kids who are more vulnerable to having immune system issues. So I don't go to get my flu shots. I rarely ever get the flu anyway. And when I do, it's just like, okay, I deal with it. But I rarely do. I don't get sick much.
And even with back to the homeless situation, I have heard stories that they will give, like, let's say they go to Los Angeles, the powers that be, and they see hundreds of homeless people on the side of the road. They will literally give them $100, a bus ticket to ship them to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Shifting our problems around always solves them.
Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Yeah.
Because like they'll ship them to the next city over in one direction, and then in that city they'll get $100 and a bus ticket back.
Exactly.
It's like great.
Right.
Personally, what I think would be the best solution is to get these people the mental help and addiction recovery.
But how do you do that?
Well, I mean, for one, I'll put it this way: as we know, when someone is in addiction, they're not going to get out of addiction until they're ready to be out of addiction.
Let me ask you this: when's the last time you've been to downtown Atlanta?
Today.
Okay, so you know how bad it is, right? Yeah. A lot of them, I don't see it being a mental disability. I see it as drugs, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, addiction is
addiction is a disease still, right? And I'm not, and obviously there's like two things involved there. Most of the time, there's some amount of fault of their own if they get addicted to drugs. There's no two ways about it. That people decide to take drugs at some point. There's no one continuously forcing you to take very expensive drugs. But on the other hand, it's of course also the system pretty much neglecting the people as soon as they stop being productive to the economy. So that's an issue in America more so than it even is here, even though we do have that to a degree. But y'all definitely still don't have the health care coverage that would basically, I'm going to say it bluntly, for the rest of the developed Western world be an absolute basic thing and self-explanatory. Sometimes it's funny for us in like Europe looking at America debating about healthcare coverage. Because it's like, how can you not have that?
Yeah, it's like people posting like, oh yeah, if I get in an accident, call me an Uber, not an ambulance, because it's cheap. It's like, fuck?
You have to pay for an ambulance when you have an accident. That's ridiculous to all of us.
Wait, so y'all don't have to pay for the ambulance?
No,
we don't. Serious?
Dude,
they have single payer healthcare.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how healthcare insurance works.
That's how the entire first world works.
Yeah, that's
except for America.
that's how every developed nation except for the United States works. That's absolutely
Exactly.
And probably some
Our
less developed ones
healthcare
too.
is screwed.
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's a political thing.
Because
Yeah, I mean,
from what
that's our politics.
I've heard as an explanation that it's because Americans like to be very independent from the state, and by being forced through the state to have insurance that is then, in their opinion, taking their freedom away, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
how much it actually applies.
Well, I think it's also a symptom of unabashed capitalism.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
But now I'm gonna I disagree with you on the addiction thing though. I don't think addiction is, I mean, maybe it's a choice to start for the first time, but addiction is actually a mental issue.
Well,
that-
not only that, it's also hereditary.
yeah, it can definitely be
There's
hereditary.
addictive personality traits for sure, and addiction is a disease,
Yes.
right?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, Smokey. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
What I'm gonna put something out right now that many people don't know about me. I have an addictive personality, and if you, I'm very open about my drug usage in the past, and I have an addictive personality so much to the point that I am 32 years of age, and I cannot go to sleep unless I suck my thumb. That is,
Really?
I don't. I know it may sound funny, but that is literally an addictive personality.
Oh, of course it is.
I have to
It's
have
an
that.
addiction. Yeah, it's an OCD thing.
Yeah, it's a comfort blanket. Like I can't go to sleep unless I suck my thumb.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
habit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have addictive personalities, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of think I do as well, but not to the extreme like some people have, of course.
it's interesting. Sometimes you meet people and you can like very easily tell you like they'll be drinking all the time. Like they basically ask you to gamble with them.
We know a guy or two.
I was about to say
the thing,
we might
the thing
talk
is,
about
right?
some-
JJ's talking about a very specific person that is in our circle of friends, and I know exactly who it is. And I'm just gonna say the keyword birds, and you know exactly that I know who it is. But we're not gonna reveal anything else. So
let's go around the room. Let's all give one of our guilty addictions. If
all right.
one of my guilty addictions, I have to suck my thumb at night. That's only I have to do that to go to sleep. What would you say a guilty and addiction for you is, Smokey?
Fantasy football,
You don't think like
daily fantasy.
I second this, please. I'm joining that one.
During the football season, I have to play daily fantasy.
I mean,
not only like season longs, but daily fantasy. It's a gambling addiction, I guess. You could say.
okay, you're right. I was thinking of something detrimental. I was gonna say.
I mean, I don't spend all my money buying lottery tickets, but if it's something I like, I mean, I buy RC cars.
do you play the lottery?
Yeah, sometimes.
Did you know? I'm sure you've heard this, but did you know that the lottery is literally a tax
On the
stupid. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And
Yeah.
Have y'all-
referred to as a tax on the poor because because if you already have money, there's like no reason to play the lottery. So
Right.
Yeah. It's
the odds of winning are also ludicrously small.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So JJ, what would be one of your addictive traits that you have that you're not so proud of? Mine was sucking my thumb. Smokey's was fantasy football. What's yours, JJ?
Alex whispering coffee into the well, I mean, it's first of all, I'm not addicted per se, but that's not necessarily the point. I think one that might also to a degree apply to all of us is definitely the internet.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I spend way too much time on my computer.
But
I've taken
I
a
guess
test. Supposedly, I'm not addicted, but you know.
Would you say social media?
No,
Not
I don't do
social
social media.
No.
But that actually is
Wait.
one that easily becomes the
Are
Yes.
you guys on Facebook?
No.
I was about to say, why aren't we friends?
and all
with
this
him on
basically all
Facebook?
social media that I have is related due to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I have a
Right.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
use
we
it.
have a Twitter. Obviously, we have the YouTube. But we look around on Reddit a little bit, but that's about the
Yeah.
extent to which it gets.
JJ, listen, I'm sorry to get off topic right now, and we're pretty much wrapped up the homeless. Unless there's something else you want to say. Sam.
No, Alex didn't give his addiction.
Wrapping up the homeless sounds good.
Oh,
at this
Alex, I
point.
thought you,
Come on.
what was your guilty addiction? Man, come on. Y'all talking about internet and fantasy football. I suck my thumb. Come on. Somebody be here with me.
Dude,
Somebody
not
say they're
everybody-
David
It's not my
Crack or
fault that I'm not
something.
sucking
Yeah.
things.
Not everybody is sucking their thumb when they go to sleep at
You
like
guys?
being a full grown adult. I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, okay, I'm fantasy football. I guess that's not really a guilty addiction. First of all, I don't feel guilty about playing fantasy football, but I'm also not addicted to it. As in, like, I'm on withdrawal for half the year when football season is not going on.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I know
man.
the pain.
Guilty addiction. That's tough.
It's difficult, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, some people it's masturbation. Some people it's Coca-Cola. You know, it could be a lot of things.
Caffeine.
I've gotten away from the whole Coca-Cola thing.
yeah, but you're big on the coffee.
Yes.
Probably even bigger than you were on the Coca-Cola.
I was gonna say something, man, and what were we talking about?
The addictions.
I was about to say, off topic, man. But Smokey and Alex, they do the sports show.
The scoreboard.
Scoreboard, yes. JJ, we need to play some Hearthstone at least once a
Yeah.
week, bro.
Okay.
Gotta
sure.
get on
Again, we still have to figure out the whole issue with the servers, but yes.
Team Sports is up 2-0 at that point. And we got another.
Yeah, we are.
At this point, we might be up
Kicking y'all's
3-0 actually. So we're doing
Man.
good.
Me and JJ get about 5 games apiece. Watch us. But yeah, man, that covers the
homeless
the
situation.
homeless. We just wanted to talk about that because it's definitely something that's going on in the
Yes, it's a big deal right now.
right.
What do you guys have for us?
We first of all have a fact of the week, and I don't know if you got one too, but that's how we basically start the second topic every single time or move into it. So we're gonna give a fact of the week. You already know how this works because you've been sitting through 2 podcasts with us already. We're gonna start with ours, and if you have some, you can go after us. But JJ,
Yes, my
what is your fact
of the week is actually about Hearthstone, believe it or not.
Surprise.
Are you familiar with the card Brawl Ramshield, I believe his name is?
Bolf Shield, and yes, I'm
Fair
familiar
enough,
with
sure.
that card.
Wait. What's the name of it?
It's Bolf Ramshield.
What is he? What does
It's
he have a
amazing.
battle?
He is a legendary. He has a passive effect that says that when your hero is attacked, he takes the damage instead.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. He looks like not like a dinosaur. I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what you might not have known is that if a poisonous minion attacks your hero and he takes the damage, he does in fact die.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't surprise me either because you could hit and guys, I'm sorry to the trash talkers who have no clue what we're talking, but you can hit a minion with a divine shield, and if the minion you hit it with has poison, it's gonna kill it.
No,
No,
it's
the
not.
divine shield is not going to be killed.
Divine Shield not, because Divine Shield avoids damage.
It's only if it gets damaged.
Yeah.
Wait, so if I hit a minion with poison and it has divine shield, it's not gonna kill it?
Wait, the minion that you hit has Divine Shield.
Yes.
So your guy has poison, my guy has Divine Shield, and they run into each other.
Right.
Yeah, the
so does
Divine
your guy
Shield
die?
Divine Shield guy does not die.
Divine
Not
shield does not die.
What?
die. No,
I
that's not
didn't-
that. Because Divine Shield blocks literally says that it blocks damage the next time it's being
And
attacked.
poisonous says that if it damages a minion, it gets destroyed. The same thing also works, just as a side note, though this is more well known, I think, on every damaging effect that a poisonous minion has. So, if you, for example, give something like the Dread Scale, which deals 1 damage to all minions at the end of the turn, poisonous,
Right.
then it does in fact kill all minions on the board that don't have Divine Shield.
Gotcha. I think we should get off the Hearthstone. I feel like we're losing some people.
Might be a good idea. Here's
Yeah.
my fact of the week. This is sports related, so Smokey has one for you. You're gonna have to answer me this question though, because I'm gonna ask this as a question. So, throughout all of high school and collegiate sports, what sport has the highest injury rate in the United States?
I know that. That's easy.
Is it easy?
Well, it's probably not what you think, otherwise it wouldn't be the fact
What
of
is
the
it?
week.
Well, I'm gonna let Smokey answer.
I would say hockey, but
All right.
obviously, if this is a weird fact,
No,
then it's going to be something.
is that your final guess?
Let me think for a second. I bet it's something weird like lacrosse. or
See-
I
something.
bet it's
Well-
that there's like one sport that just isn't played that much overall, so it has
It's
like
basically played
statistical
as much as
Wait.
football, basketball, baseball.
Okay, if
Oh,
I had
really?
to take a guess, it'd be a tie between tennis and like track and field.
How'd you come up with tennis?
I mean, because you could sprain your ankle, you can.
Tennis elbow.
Yeah. I mean, are we way off or
Right.
what?
Yeah, you're all the way off. Listen, it's cheerleading, all right?
oh right,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
that makes
I've
sense
heard that before
though.
actually.
Yeah.
The average
That
high
makes
school,
perfect sense.
in a high school and college football games, a cheerleader is 3 times more likely to get hurt as a football player during any given
That
game.
makes
And
sense.
there's also more there's more football players than cheerleaders, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Meaning that the fact that overall,
Yeah.
that
Now,
a
now,
cheerleader
now,
gets
usually
injured.
you got a basketball game where there's probably a couple more cheerleaders than players. But
Oh,
yeah,
fair enough.
but yeah, cheer dance, man. That's by far the most injury-prone sport in collegiate sports.
Also, probably the one
I
that
can-
people would most underestimate as a sport.
Yeah.
It's still a sport. I mean,
Well, yeah, but a lot of
Yeah, but
people wouldn't
underestimate,
recognize
right?
it as such.
yeah, and I can agree with that because my mom actually used to be a cheerleading coach, and they'll take these little tiny girls and they'll throw them up in the
Yeah.
air, and if you miss that girl, that's a vertebrae
Yeah.
missing
People be touching,
right there.
people be
You know?
touching ground real hard. Yeah, they doing crazy flips. So
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I have a fact of the week. Do you have
Right.
one, Smoke?
Yes,
All right, you want to do yours first? Or you want me to go?
I can.
Yeah. What's your fact of the week?
All right. Did you guys know that cherophobia is the word for the irrational fear of being happy?
Cherophobia?
Cherophobia.
Probably comes from the
Now,
same
there's-
word as cheer.
I don't know.
Yes.
See, I was
Like
thinking
cheering?
when he said cherophobia, I thought it was a phobia of being afraid of the police. Sheriff.
Oh,
Sheriff.
well, how's it spelled? Is the
How do you
question.
how do you spell it?
CHER
So
Oh,
CH.
okay.
PHOBIA. Now,
Cherophobia.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think a lot of these emo kids have this.
Oh lord.
Nah.
Oh lord.
Like everybody's met that person, right? Who is actually somehow in their mind happy being depressed, right?
Mm.
Yeah, maybe.
I definitely have. I've met
Maybe.
people. I've definitely. I've met females that were completely happy being depressed,
Alright.
like that. They would have it no other way.
That sounds
I-
oxymoronic, but I totally also
It
know what you're
does.
talking about.
I'm gonna get to my fact of the week, but me and Smokey like to do this every now and then. Give me one oxymoron from each and every one of you. Here's my oxymoron: a baby grand piano.
Ah.
That's
I'll go with jumbo shrimp.
That's
Jumbo
what I was
shrimp.
gonna pick. Come on.
That's arguably the
That's the easy
most
one.
part. Oh fuck! Let's
I was gonna
have
go
a
with
think
jumbo
here.
Terrible.
We got baby grand piano and jumbo shrimp. You got give us one. Give us some, guys.
I was gonna pick the jumbo shrimp, alright?
That's the easy
I
one.
can give you another one if you want.
The giant midget.
The giant midget.
Yeah.
You can do humongously small.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that a common phrase though?
What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now?
Oxymorons.
oxymorons.
Yeah.
What's a good
All right, but here's my-
oxymoron? We should know oxymorons.
I was about to say we bring the content up way too much.
Yeah.
I still like that there's a comic book that's literally called Oxymoron: The Loveliest
Yeah,
Nightmare.
that's your oxymoron, a lovely nightmare. Fair enough.
Alright.
fair
That's
enough.
that's not something that anyone says. It's just because it's the name of the comic.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
And I,
What's
by the
your
way, still
fact
haven't
of the
read,
day?
but you know.
but that's an oxymoron.
All right, my fact of the week, and I'm sure everybody here knows this. If not, my fact of the week is every human being. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take that one back. I got a better one.
Okay.
Here's my fact of the week. You guys know that they say everybody has a fingerprint and everybody has a unique fingerprint, right?
Well, that is
there's
just
no-
because it's statistically unlikely that two people have the same fingerprint.
but
it
yeah,
technically
yeah.
doesn't have to be.
Shut up,
Yes,
yes,
continue.
yeah. Let them.
That's not true. That
Mhm.
no, there's no such thing as an unique fingerprint because you haven't tested every fingerprint on Earth.
Exactly.
So you know what I mean? Like
That's the
So
same
you're
as
saying
with
there's no way to-
with every single snowflake.
You
It's
actually
different.
But the thing about the fingerprints
Yeah.
is that it's statistically so unlikely that it is basically negligible.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah,
they could be
because you
duplicated.
can't test everybody's fingerprint. You can't do that.
There's also, I believe, 1 or 2 family trees in the world who have a genetic disorder that they don't have fingerprints.
Oh wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a crazy
In that case,
story.
their fingerprint will be blank and identical between each other.
I used to know a guy that was really bad on drugs, and he was so afraid that the police were going to catch him, he burnt his fingerprints off.
Oof.
Really?
He
From
burnt
what I
his
hear,
fingerprints
that is
off.
a common practice in certain criminal circles.
Amongst the mafia.
Yeah.
At least that's
crazy,
what
man.
the movies tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough people to confirm anything about actual criminal circles.
Don't believe everything you see in the movies.
Oh yeah, I the thing is, right?
That's one of my
there is
favorites.
an effect. I don't remember the name of it, but that's basically states like if there is something you know about that they're showing incorrectly, you will instantly point it out. But the next thing they show, if you don't know anything about it, you're just gonna assume it's true.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Have you guys ever heard of the simulation theory?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've probably talked
do you-
about it.
Yeah, we probably.
What are your
Yeah,
thoughts
I think
on
we
that?
have.
I want to hear. What are y'all's thoughts?
It's a super interesting topic for sure to talk about. It's just, how are you going to prove it? Or as a matter
Yeah,
of
well, I
fact,
would say
disprove it.
You
can't.
literally cannot
Um,
prove or disprove it. Well, you could probably prove it if it were true,
You could prove it. You can. I mean, you
but
can,
not from within.
You
the
can
system.
figure out its probability. Here's the thing. You know that Rick and
Yeah.
Morty episode, right? The pocket verse thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
great.
If
Love
we,
Rick and Morty.
Right. So if we
Peace among worlds.
correct. Stop, dude. We'll get demonetized. If we as he flipped the bird to the camera. If we as a species, human species, ever managed to create a pocket universe by ourselves or a simulation of life in a virtual reality where the people or life forms therein were not aware that they are in one and assume that
Yes.
their universe is the real one, then we have no reason to assume that we are the top of that chain. That we
Right,
are not also
exactly.
one of those civilizations.
And as with
Yes.
any other religion, it's really you can't prove it definitively 100%.
Correct.
But there is a giant probability of that.
But here's the thing, right? Does it matter?
That's the thing.
It doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't.
It
It's
doesn't
just-
matter.
Because
But
if it's
just
the
how it
case,
is.
right? If it's the case, we're never going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
And if it's
Like-
not, that's what we already have assumed.
Think about like look at everybody. Look at your hand right now. Just look at your hand. Everybody, I want you to look at your hand. Now, in that hand, there are numerous hundreds of millions of billions of trillions of tiny microbials, tiny organisms that you can't see.
Mhm.
Now, those organisms in your hand, they don't know what an iPhone is.
Mhm.
To them, that is their life. That's their
Your
universe.
body is their
Yeah. So now look at us. This is our universe. We got computers.
Okay,
We're
okay.
doing a joint.
That's
Here's the
a
thing.
bit
You're
of a false
talking about.
parallel.
You're really talking about like microscopic bacteria, right? That aren't even sentient.
Yeah,
so they
first of
don't.
all, that.
They don't have a subjective reality. So they obviously don't like. They don't think
Are
or
we
know
sure
anything.
though that
Yes,
that
because they don't have a brain.
Don't have a view.
Yeah.
The other thing is
Yeah.
also what the comparison would be if it turns out that planets in all actuality are just cells of a larger organism, which is different from a simulation, but also
Yeah,
of the same scale for sure.
Like the best way for me to explain this theory is like imagine playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Imagine playing that.
Yes.
Like Smokey came over to my house. Like my house did not exist until he pulled on my
Right,
street
yeah.
and walked in my front door.
Yeah.
You guys did not exist until we communicated
Yeah.
via Discord. It's literally
Yeah.
us just creating.
It's the
We're
whole.
like
Yeah.
NPCs.
Yeah, it's the whole everything
that's
around
all.
you is a simulation. You're the only real thing.
Yeah.
That's also
Nothing
an interesting
exists
theory.
until it is observed.
Exactly.
Just one,
So-
one
Oh,
quick
God.
point though. Yeah.
Are we gonna get into quantum physics next?
No, we're not. We're not.
well,
We've done this way too
we
much.
can get
Hey, let's talk about God.
well, we can get into the next topic, but I want to ask y'all one question. If a tree falls in the woods with no one around, does
See-
it make a sound?
Uh-huh.
See, that is actually
And-
quantum.
and here's the thing,
quantum
right?
physics thought
Here's
experiment.
the exact thing, and I'm gonna be specific about
You know the
this,
whole
right?
thing about Schrodinger's cat. Same idea.
Here's the exact answer, and the answer is no. Because, and the reason is, it's the definition of the word sound.
Oh right, a sound is, I believe, a difference
Observe.
in,
You have
in
to
movement.
observe
Yeah,
it.
of the airwaves that is perceived by a being.
So the thing is, if the tree falls, no one's gonna hear it. It does create sound waves. It does create the waves. The noise happens, but no one is there to observe it. Thereby, it is not a sound because the definition of sound involves that it's perceived by hearing.
But see, we really don't know that it still creates the sound waves if there's nothing to observe it.
True.
We don't know.
You can. I mean, in theory, you could say that it does.
Well, from our understanding of physics, that only applies on the quantum level.
Yeah.
It's because then there's a thing where actually molecules will change their state only when observed. Yeah. And that's also where Heisenberg's uncertainty principle comes into effect, where you cannot determine both the position and the velocity of if it was of a particle at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I know we got other things to get on, but I just got one more, guys. I got one more.
Let's do it, man.
I like talking about science.
We're about this.
Yeah, I want to answer from each and every individual. Right. So, JJ, I want to start with you.
Yes.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg. And I can say that with 100% certainty because chickens evolved from dinosaurs, which in turn were reptiles and not chickens. But guess what? They laid eggs.
They laid eggs. So it wasn't necessarily a chicken egg.
To mutate into a chicken.
Wait a minute. Say that again?
Dinosaurs lay eggs and predate chickens.
Yeah.
Like the concept of an egg predates the chicken by millions of years.
The chicken isn't the only animal to lay eggs. I know that what you're saying is what... Okay, here's the thing, right?
I see what he's saying.
Here's the thing, right? So, dinosaurs existed before chickens did, right?
Yes.
And dinosaurs laid eggs. Thereby, eggs were laid before chickens.
As a matter of fact, the first eggs, depending on how to find it, were laid by fish.
Yeah.
So
they weren't
Smokey,
chicken eggs.
You're basically take the dinosaurs out.
Right, I'm saying it's an egg because whatever animal actually gave birth to what evolved to be the chicken. I say the egg because there was obviously a genetic mutation that caused the chicken to form.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're
So it was a separate animal that laid the egg, and then the chicken was born from the egg.
Although the way you were saying it makes it sound like it's a bit more extreme than it actually was because
didn't happen in one generation.
Yeah, the evolutionary mutation is a bit more gradual.
Alterations over time, of course.
Yeah, but that's the reason why the egg came first. Exactly.
Yes.
All right, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on, guys.
All right. Let's get some lighter stuff. We've done some philosophy, some science. Which, by the way, that was fun. We should make that happen again. We can talk about more of that stuff.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's normally what our podcasts are about. We talk about stuff.
That's great. Not too often do you find people who are interested in that and they talk about that. So we'll keep that in mind for future planning. We have a game because we're still trying to get to know each other. And JJ and myself have played this exact game before on this exact podcast show. And then the game is called Two Truths and a Lie, and it may or may not be inspired by the first episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Great game, by the way.
Fantastic game. The idea of the game is that, in this case, we're doing it in groups. We're telling two truths about ourselves, two factual truths, and a factual lie, which thereby isn't factual. And then
two truths, one lie.
Two truths and one lie as a set. Those three, and then the other team has to decide which of those three statements is the lie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
who goes first?
We already have some prepared, two sets, in fact. So if you want us to go first, we can do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So we have three facts here. We're gonna read those out, and you tell us which one is a lie.
Which one of those is in fact not a fact?
Yeah.
Now, do all three of us? Are we trying to
guessing?
Are we all guessing?
The idea was to play it as kind of like a 2v2. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, we worked the first two sets out together.
Yeah.
So you guys against us guys.
Exactly. So here's our first set of three allegations. First of all, I only have 27 adult human teeth as opposed to the normal 32. That is 5 less than the normal adult would have. Fact number 2, I have at some point in my life broken every single bone in my left forearm and down from there. And number 3, JJ is allergic to wheat in 2 different ways. 2 different ways.
So who guessed? Is it JJ? They guess.
You both guess.
You both guess, and you can come up with it together.
We know the answers. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, one of those two facts. One of those 3 facts is literally about me.
Yeah. So
I would know that better than
you two guys
else.
in Georgia guessing. Which one of those three is a lie?
All right, let me go first.
All right.
I think the lie is you broke.
Every bone in your arm.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I didn't
too.
break him at
Yeah.
the same time, just over several accidents.
So that was the truth.
I didn't say that.
He was just
okay,
elaborating
alright.
on the
Yeah,
facts.
yeah.
Well, that's what we're both gonna go with.
So we're
Yeah.
saying the bone?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually true. Fun
Damn,
fact.
yeah,
That's
they're good.
Hey!
good catch. Most people get hung up on the teeth because they're like, how can you have 5 less teeth than the normal adult? But that's correct.
Right.
And I want to say I did break most of my bones, but not all of them in my
Right,
forearm.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm allergic to both the pollen of wheat as well as the grain itself.
JJ's allergic to a lot of things.
Damn. So that means no wheat bread for you or nothing.
No,
huh?
no. The thing is, it's not that severe. It barely bothers me, but I'm technically allergic to
Oh,
it.
all I know is if you give Smokey some shellfish.
Oh yeah,
I might die.
I think shellfish and peanuts are the
are
two.
the most common.
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, very common, and second of all, also two that tend to be the most severe. Because
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally allergic to over 100 things. I don't think that's an overstatement. But most of those I literally don't notice in my day-to-day life.
I'm allergic to 2 things, and they can both kill me, basically.
I have no allergies.
That's good.
All right, so who wants to go next?
You guys, give me a set of 3 facts
I can
about
go.
you. One of
Go
which is a
ahead.
lie.
What you got?
All right. So, as a kid, when I was 10 years old, I hit an out of the park home run on a 280-foot fence at 10 years old.
Okay.
In basketball, I once hit 14 free throws in a row. Not all in the same game, but in separate games.
Okay.
And I once broke 2 ribs given a clothesline in a pro wrestling match.
All right, so,
So
one of
I have
those
to
is-
guess which ones.
No, they got to guess.
We gotta guess.
Okay.
I mean,
they
you
have
can,
to guess which ones.
you
If
can
you
also
don't know
guess
it,
at the
right,
end if
yeah.
you don't know it, but...
But it's ours to guess. So 2 of those are true. One of which is a lie.
Mhm.
I think 14 free throws if you play a lot of basketball is feasible. Like, that just happens. You can just fluke into that.
yeah, and
What was it, 280 feet, Homer?
A 280-foot homer, yes.
the
At
thing
10 years
is,
old.
that's one of
It's a
those
big
things,
swing.
I feel like that if you try often enough, you could probably get it once.
The Homer? I don't know. If you try
I
often
don't know
enough-
anything about
If you
sports, but
try
obviously-
often enough, you can get the 14 free throws. But the home run as a 10-year-old just seems rough. I'm gonna call BS on the first one. If you did, then pretty good.
You know what, I'm gonna go with, actually the rib one, because that seems so likely that it's probably a lie.
It was actually the free throws were wrong.
Wow.
See? We now
That was
both
crazy.
guessed equally wrong.
See, that was the
That's
one that seemed the
crazy.
most likely. You hit a 280-footer at 10?
I did at 10.
Wow.
Yes.
That's impressive.
That was the only thing when I played ball, that was the only thing I could do. Hit. Like I wasn't good at fielding. I wasn't good at throwing.
Running.
Yeah.
But you can hit the hell out of a
I
ball.
could hit the hell
I mean,
out
that's
of
good enough. That's something.
All right.
There's one more
JJ,
thing that
what-
I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JJ, give us yours, and then I'll give mine. Left.
Well, we have another
Another
pre-prepared set of three.
Some of us also involve me. So
One
we're
of
just
them
about
involves
us.
Alex Swap.
Yep.
The first one, I was born in Australia.
JJ
The
was
second
born in
one,
Australia.
I haven't shaved in over 3 years. And the last one, Alex has never attended a wedding or funeral in his life.
That is the 3 facts.
Okay.
Give me that first one again.
JJ was born in Australia.
I'm gonna say you've never attended a wedding or a funeral in your life.
Is a lie?
Is a lie.
Yeah,
Hold on. What are you gonna say, Smoke?
I'm gonna go with that one too. That you've never attended a wedding or a funeral.
And the thing is, I asked this exact same question to JJ when we were playing Two Truths and a Lie, and it was true then, and it's still true. I have never attended a wedding or a funeral in my life.
Oh, we got it right. Awesome.
What? No.
Awesome.
No,
You're
you
supposed
said
to guess
oh,
the
no.
lie.
You said that it was a lie.
Oh. Well, so wait. So you have visited a wedding? and a
No.
funeral.
The fact is that I have not, and that is true. And you guessed that it was a
Oh,
lie.
okay. I got you.
So
I got
the
you.
actual lie is that JJ was born in Australia, which he was not.
I'm not sure why that is believable in the first place, especially because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that I've never left Europe before.
It might just be a random fact.
Yeah, and
So-
I knew that.
And also, you've seen the
you
picture.
saying
You've seen the
that, I
picture,
remember
right?
I
We
was
sent you a
thinking about
picture
the
of our
shaving
faces.
thing, and then I was like, that's too obvious.
Yeah,
Right,
JJ hasn't
right.
shaved since we graduated high school. That's 3 years ago.
Dude, I bet your pubes look like the Amazon freaking
We're talking
jungle.
about his face, man.
Well, technically
sure
we're talking
we
about
are.
everything, but fair enough.
But we're talking
Sure
just
we
the
are.
fact that
He
he
just
basically
confirmed.
doesn't have a beard at all for the most part, which is convenient.
Yeah.
Well, it would be more convenient if there was either nothing or something presentable.
Yeah.
I
Instead
mean,
of
look
just,
at this mess.
just a little bit. Yeah, fair enough. I told him to shave, by the way,
Alright.
for putting the camera on. I didn't even get a haircut. It's terrible. You guys, it's your turn.
Okay. Here's mine. Okay. I have been shot in my leg with a 20 caliber gun.
Uh-huh.
I have a birthmark in the middle of my forehead, or I have been with over 200 women.
Well, the third one you have previously stated on the last podcast.
I don't
It was at
remember.
least around 200.
I
I'm
don't
sure it was
remember
over.
numbers. I think you were in the like 160s or something. You were talking about that, so
There
I
was
think
definitely-
you just made that up
The
to get
number
us
is
to get us
definitely
confused.
the number was definitely mentioned.
Potentially. Do you have a birth? Listen, we should know if you had a birthmark.
I was about to say
for your
we've seen him
forehead.
like
We've seen
literally
pictures.
minutes
It might
ago.
be like really, really small or something, but you've literally like
Well, go ahead. I want to see what you're gonna say.
you've literally like crept up right in front of the camera on us several times. So we should know that.
See, we're not currently literally on a video call for the viewers.
No,
we're
we can't
putting
see
this
them.
together in post.
Exactly. And you being shot in the leg almost seems like, for us, it's like, oh yeah, Americans do that, right? So
Yeah,
probably,
right,
So,
it's,
probably so I can
Yeah.
I can
I mean,
see,
statistically speaking, it's true though.
I can
Americans
see
do that.
yeah, I can see all of them being true. So I think
I didn't say I've been with 200. I said I've been with almost 200.
You said almost.
So
okay,
almost.
So that was definitely
have
true.
I been?
well
Alright,
define
okay,
almost.
that
I
way.
mean,
well, yeah, you know, depending on how far we stretch it,
Yeah.
anyone can claim that.
All right. So which one's the lie?
Almost like plus minus 200.
alright,
You know.
okay. So in that case, since you correct yourself, that's probably not the lie, since you've talked about that before.
Well,
And
technically, you have corrected yourself.
I think
on lies
like a
before
month
to throw
ago.
people
I think
off.
a month ago you said like 160, but you've had 30 days since then. So I mean, so I'm gonna
I believe it has been exactly 28 days
Fair
since,
enough.
but
being shot. Was Hollywood shot? Does he have a birthmark?
well, I mean, you know, again, America, right?
But does he have a birthmark? In
The American South. I mean,
I don't know if you have a birthmark in the middle of your forehead. If you do, it's
high
a,
melanin levels.
yeah,
You know.
If shut up. If you do, it's a very come on. If you do, it's a very small one. So I'm gonna say that's the lie. But if you do, it's barely visible at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
So y'all are both going with the birthmark?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
So that's true. You do have one.
I do have a birthmark. And Smokey, you've never seen it, but you can see it.
Oh yeah.
I have a birthmark right in my widow's peak.
All right.
So if I ever go bald, literally, there's just a big black spot right here in the middle of my head. No, the one is almost 200 chicks. The one that y'all thought.
That's
Actually-
a lie.
That's incorrect.
That's a lie.
Again, it
I-
very much depends on the.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't a good
starters.
one because I said almost.
Yeah, and
that
like
wasn't a good one.
160 a month ago means like 170 now, so that counts as almost or something.
I'm a freaking slut, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
dude, you are for real.
Jesus.
All right, that was
Yeah.
tough. All right, can we come up with some more just on the spot because that's all we've had written down.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't have anything written down.
I mean,
no, we're
yeah.
winging it.
you got
So-
another one, Smoked Dog?
Yeah.
It's their turn, but I could probably come up with another one.
I mean, I got one unless you guys
Yeah,
got
let's
one.
go.
The problem is really
All right.
boring.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, hold on. I
it's
got
easy to
one,
come up
all right.
with interesting fake facts, but interesting real
Yeah.
facts is
We
like,
got a good
oh.
imagination, but not a
All
very
right,
interesting life.
what beer? All right, I drink beer. Do I drink Michelob? Do I drink Guinness? Or do I drink Heineken?
So here's the thing, right?
Guinness is typically British.
I have a pretty good guess on this one, and I'm going to tell you why. I took a marketing class in college once, and we literally had a chart linking preferred beer brands to certain demographics. And it's with a very high likelihood that if you had a woman there, she would drink Michelob. That's for some reason by far the preferred brand there. And for you, because of the type of character that you are, and from what I remember from the chart, it's going to be Heineken.
Wow, you're right. You're right, dude.
I wanted to say that with like 95% certainty.
You know,
You're right.
statistics.
Michelob is my first choice. Guinness is my second choice. Heineken, ugh. Disgusting.
It's bitter, I've heard. I don't drink.
That was
I
kind of
don't know the
outside of
first thing
parameters.
about beer, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't drink beer.
I think it tastes
Y'all
like
are
a pine tree.
German.
Yeah.
Y'all eat
Yeah,
Schnitzenheimers.
some lagers.
You know that. Okay,
Where'd that go all of a sudden?
All right, okay. You listen. Quick history, right? Everything that you think is German,
It's
it's
Bavarian.
it's Austrian.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hitler, Schnitzel, freaking
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, he's no Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
he's
Austrian.
Austrian.
Mozart.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. We just said everything that you think is German is Austrian.
Mozart,
Austrian. That's right.
right? Mozart.
But look, you gotta admit, bratwurst. That's German. Berlin.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Well,
German.
Berlin is East Germany. We don't talk about East Germany.
We do talk about it.
Germany is Germany.
Bratwurst is German. That's correct.
Kinda
It's
like
also
we
one of the
don't
better
talk about
things
New
that we
York.
have. To be
About
fair.
what?
New York.
What about it?
We don't talk about New York.
Nah, y'all. This is something y'all probably don't know, but being in the South, the South, we live in the South of the United States, and there's like a narrative with Southerners. We have would you call it a dislike?
For
For
New
the
York
Yanks?
No,
folks?
any Yankees.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
find
I mean that's the general consensus. Yeah,
we're not fond of the Yankees.
we tend to not like their speech patterns, their accents,
Their rudeness.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
don't
General
take
lack of
kindly to your
courtesy.
folk
Yeah,
over
like
here.
if y'all came to our side of the United States, the southeastern side, literally, you could be a stranger walking on the street, and you come up to us and be like, "Look, man, I need a place to stay for the night. We're gonna let you in our home.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna cook you a meal. We're gonna get you a nice shower, toothbrush, toothpaste, warm bed to sleep in. You might only get it for a day,
Yeah.
but you're gonna get some Southern hospitality."
And then next thing you know, I'm throwing a firecracker on your 9-year-old day.
Boy.
that's Florida.
That's
Yeah, hey,
Georgia.
that's not
Hey,
Georgia.
the Florida is the southeast, all right?
Well, hold on.
No. That is sectioned off. That's
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, and this is something that a lot of Americans seem to agree on, that Florida was actually once upon a time connected to New York.
All right.
I swear, if you look at the map of the United States, New York,
to New York.
it was connected to New York
Over
and
land?
floated down. Yes.
You saying like plate displaced?
Yes, with
All the way down the
tectonic
coast?
plates.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
swear to you, I'm not making
I've
this
never
up.
heard that one.
I'm not making this up. And that the reason they say that is because if you go to Georgia, this is good old Southern Christian Bible Belt, collard green, pig feet, boiled peanuts. Then you go to Alabama, same thing. South Carolina, same thing. North Carolina, same thing. Tennessee, Texas, Louisiana.
Yeah.
But then you go to Florida, and it's literally like you're in New York.
It literally is a different kind of people in Florida compared to anywhere else in the Southeast. I mean,
Right.
if you're technically going by the map, it
Mhm.
is part of the Southeast.
But
and unfortunately, Florida's part of the SEC, and
but
it is a different kind of people in Florida
Yeah.
because Florida has a lot of transplants from around the
the
country.
world,
Florida is
it's
the
basically
retirement home of the nation.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Yes, sir. It is. Did you have another 3?
Not right offhand. I could think of something, but
Yeah, we got to wrap it down here.
yeah, it is. We are running out of time. Did you guys have anything else?
Did you have anything?
Do I look like I have something?
We're really bad at coming up with that type of stuff on the spot, actually. But if you want, we
Well-
can play something like that again. But what we definitely need to do is get into the sciencey topics, like we touched on with
Oh,
the
yeah.
simulation theory and aliens and whatnot.
Yes.
We can talk about that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Aliens are
That's our kind of.
very interesting topic
Aliens are good.
because of all of the statistics that go into that one as
Yeah,
well.
Drake
Oh,
equation,
yeah.
so-
Bullshit.
And the Fermi paradox.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
that one. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Bullshit.
Actually.
Whoa,
And
who's
the flat
coughing?
earthers over here convulsing.
Bullshit.
Come on,
No such-
Hollywood. You
I'm not
can't do
saying that
this.
aliens don't exist, but they don't come from outer space. They come from where we live on Earth.
Now, this is the same
That's a
guy
different type of alien.
who says, I don't know if the earth is flat or if it's round, but he is so dead set that, yes, I know everything.
I have never said that.
Yeah, you just said that aliens don't come from
Listen,
outer
you
space.
know
What did
call it
say?
Hollywood. Can you give me the definition of an alien?
Anyone that's not from the domesticated land that they're from. So somebody from Mexico can come to the United States. Technically, they are an
So you're
alien.
saying there's
Okay,
no
okay.
other beings anywhere in the
So,
universe.
so what you're saying is, shut up. So what you're saying is
Exactly.
aliens, but what you're not.
Alex says you are a bully.
I was
You
talking to
are
JJ.
a
I was
bully.
talking to JJ.
Yeah.
I was talking to
He
JJ.
said
I was
shut
starting
up.
to sing. I was starting to sing Englishman in New York by
He
Sting.
was starting to sing, and I'm like, if he doesn't know, I'm trying to have a discussion. So I'm not a
You
bully.
are a bully, bro.
You come on, Hollywood. You
up.
can't do this.
Look, bro, I'm sorry. I ain't got no more lunch money. Don't take no more lunch money. I need
I
my
ain't
lunch
taking
money.
nobody's lunch money. I was a good
Yeah.
student in high school. Listen. So you're saying,
Bro, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
so the term would be.
I go ahead. I really want to jump.
Come on.
I want to jump you off, dude. It's like you. I'm afraid to walk into the classroom with you because I see you over there. He's like Brock Lesnar, finna put me in the F5.
I would
like,
never do nothing to nobody.
No, he's not gonna F5 you. He's just gonna give you a German suplex.
Shut up.
In German.
yeah, it comes at.
So
I
funny.
need your
So
money.
So the term
Okay,
instead of
Alex.
alien would be extraterrestrial, right? Because that by definition
Well,
means
no, there's a difference between alien and
yeah.
ET. ET is extraterrestrial.
Exactly.
Now, if you're
So that's the one you don't
Now,
believe in.
Alien just means foreign or
Yeah.
strange.
foreign,
That-
you guys, if you came to the United States, you guys are alien.
Yeah.
Yes, again,
So-
Englishman in New York.
So, but,
Legal
okay,
alien.
so then let's not talk about aliens, but extraterrestrials. Do you
Yes.
believe extraterrestrials exist?
No.
Well, we do. And it's
How do you say,
mathematically,
"Oh,
it's
I
basically
don't know,"
mathematically
But
certain.
then you're so dead set when someone brings up a topic.
That's a good question.
Even though you just had a physicist disprove all of your questions.
Oh my God, guys! I was on a YouTube show called Fight the Flat Earth, and he was giving me the business.
Yeah,
He was giving me the
understandably.
business.
Understandably.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
See, and the gratification I got was that this physicist told him the exact same
That he was
answers
saying.
that I've always told him.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a flat Earth question. Let me ask y'all a question, okay? Let's say, okay, are y'all sitting right next to each other right now?
Yeah.
Yes, you literally
Okay.
saw our setup.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say JJ, y'all are leaving the moon, right? Like right now, y'all are sitting side by side next to each other, and y'all are leaving the moon. Okay.
What do you mean?
Wait,
Now-
what?
So we're like astronauts, like returning.
Yeah,
this
you're
hypothetical?
leaving the moon, and you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Now JJ is the pilot of this craft that's bringing you back to Earth. Okay. Now let's say Antarctica is at the very bottom of the Earth, right?
Yes, that would make the
How-
Arctic be on the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so at what point do you have to flip your spacecraft over to land on the bottom of something?
Guys, he cannot understand the relativity of the spacecraft to the ground
What?
and what is up and what is down and how there is no up and down in space.
Yeah, but if you're turning your spacecraft upside down, then that means everything inside
So
of your
what if you do that? What if you flip the thing upside down? What's the point?
coffee's in the air, papers in the air.
No.
What?
No.
I don't quite get what you're trying to say, I believe.
Man, I wish y'all could see me. Okay, look, flat Earth is not a topic y'all want to talk about.
No, because everybody proves you wrong.
Yeah.
And then you keep saying, "Oh, I still believe this way."
No, I just have questions.
You've had questions answered.
Boy, don't you do
Oh, you
not
have
raise your
questions?
voice.
We have
at me.
answers.
Yeah, we have the
You've
answers.
had
Everyone has the
has
answers.
been answered multiple times, and you keep saying, "I still have these questions." Well, obviously,
on,
you don't
Hollywood,
accept
man.
goddamn answers.
Come on, you gotta kick that stuff, man. That flat Earth
Man.
and anti-vaccine, man. You come on, you can't give me
I think
that.
he's so
now.
tied into it now that if he were to drop it now, he just doesn't have.
No,
that,
I
that
have
facet of his
legitimate.
life.
Listen to me, guys. Listen to me. From Earth.
He doesn't actually believe this.
No, it's a legitimate question. If we are on Earth, we can take a picture of Pluto from Earth, but we can't take a picture of the flag on the moon. The Pluto is 10 times further away from us than the moon. So if we can take these high resolution pictures of Pluto, why can't we get a picture of the flag on the moon?
The U.S. flag that is now on the moon.
Yes, in 1972, they planted a flag on the moon. But no amateur videographer, they can't take a picture.
Well, for starters, the flag is white, I believe now.
Yeah, the flag is completely white because it's bleached because of radiation.
Yeah, because of ultraviolet radiation.
But other than that, it's tiny. It's like Pluto.
Yeah, but you can see craters on Pluto.
You know the whole thing.
Yes, because they're huge.
You know the whole thing about the Chinese wall is the only man-made object you can see from space.
Yeah,
that's false because it's very thin.
Yeah, that is false.
Meanwhile, literally everything else that is like
Great Wall of the Moon.
Yo, please let's change the subject.
Okay, listen. Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. Could you see a guitar pick from 1 football field away or a truck from 5 football fields away?
Okay, now to answer that question, if I can see a rock on the moon, then I should be able to see anything on Earth.
Yeah, but that rock you're looking at on the moon could be the size of a city.
Okay, so what about the moon rover? You can see the moon rover from Earth. You can see the International Space Station.
That thing is also pretty big.
Yeah, it's huge.
The rovers are bigger than you think.
Y'all aren't listen. Let's please get off this because y'all are understanding what I'm saying here.
No, we understand. Exactly.
I believe you're not understanding what we are saying.
Answers to all these things.
What?
All those things you're describing are so much smaller than the flag. That is
larger, but yes.
Larger.
Yo, just listen to me for 1 second, please. We are on Earth right now, right?
Yeah.
I hope.
Okay. Let's say Alex has a telescope, the Hubble telescope. Let's say he's got a telescope so powerful, and this is proven. You can point that telescope out and see the rings of Saturn from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Does everybody agree with that?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So from Earth, you can see the rings of Saturn. Now, Saturn is much more further than the moon.
Yeah.
So if we can see the rings of Saturn from Earth, why can't we see the flag or footprint on the moon when it's that much closer?
Because
the moon
they're
is
so
only
much smaller.
I'm not sure if the footprints would still be there.
It is, but here's the thing: is why does that apply to flat Earth though?
It doesn't. It makes.
No, here's the thing, but Hollywood.
Hey,
it's Hollywood. Hollywood.
Y'all
Listen. Relative size, okay? The flag or
if I hear that damn R word one more time,
Relativity.
But it's true.
I hate that
You
word.
don't have a concept though.
Everything's relative.
Okay. All right. You say so.
That's exactly what I've been telling him for months and months, and that's what the physicist told him. And that's
Okay,
what you guys are telling
here's the thing,
It's
right?
all relativity.
Yeah.
Like our setup right now is relatively small overall, right?
Right.
But
The R word.
sorry.
Yeah.
But even though
It's comparatively
even
small.
though this is a small room, still like for example the picture that's hanging like on the right side above Alex's head, the one with the snow flipper penguin on it. That's an A4 piece of paper, which is something that you're probably not familiar with, but it's very similar to letter size.
Yeah.
Right. And I can see that picture,
yes.
right? I can.
And if
Okay.
you hold a piece of paper of that size in front of my face right now, you would not be able to see my face. Meanwhile, if you go into Photoshop and push it over to my face, you could at least see the outline of my face because it appears smaller because it's further away. And we're literally talking about like a meter. A yard here. Maybe.
Listen,
maybe
you're seeing this thumb? You're seeing this thumb? No, you're not seeing this thumb because you can't see my video.
Yeah, we don't have video.
If I put it close to the camera, it takes up more of the space of the entire.
Like you can cover my face with a thumb.
Look, I'm starting to get upset.
Really.
Can we just change it?
Sure, let's
I'm starting to get upset. Yeah, man, because I mean, I'm not saying that y'all are right. I'm not saying that y'all are wrong, but it just like okay, if the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour,
That's how we get off the subject. All right, go ahead.
never mind. You know what? Let's change it. Forget it. Anyway, man.
He was about to get into the whole argument where he doesn't understand gravity. It's actually pretty
whatever. Okay, let's do the song of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
And Smokey, man, you got some more work to do apparently. I don't know.
Oh, I've done the work. Trust me.
You've tried.
Yeah, Smoke.
Okay.
I just have
Yeah.
questions. I mean, y'all don't, man. Yeah, let's.
You know, okay, here's the thing, right? So we don't want to spam about this stuff because the podcast's been going on. We'll just do the songs of the week, and if you want, we can talk about this after for a little bit. But we'll definitely
All right.
do more science stuff in
On the
future
podcast, yeah.
podcasts. So
I think
Alright.
if we keep going like we are currently, our next mutual podcast will be 111 or 31. for you.
I also wouldn't mind doing it more often, by the
Yeah,
way. So
but
that's on you guys.
That would be like the once per every 4 weeks that we've currently so far been going with.
I do
Yeah,
once
we do
every
it
2
once-
weeks too. That'd be fine.
Once a month, right, Smoke?
That's how we've been doing it so far. Yeah. If y'all want, we can
Alright,
also
so-
do once every 2 weeks. That'd also be fine. But we'll have to.
Yeah,
we'll have to talk about that. So.
We're so busy over here, but we'll
Yeah.
we'll work it out. But go ahead, guys. What's your song
All
of the week?
right, let me start this, and my song of the week is going to be, because I think there's a distinct possibility that you want to snipe this one too, because we talked about it, is "The Dead South" by The Dead South.
That is a good
The
song.
band's called The Dead South. The song is called The Dead South, and it's
No,
a
the
pretty good
Dead
song.
South.
You know the band?
And hell, I'll be in good company.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Oh Lord.
I see my redhead, big tear shit.
Oh,
queen.
Lord.
Exactly. Yep. And The
That's
Dead
a
South is
bluegrass
also the
band.
song. That's my song of the week.
So
Nice.
I thought for a second about picking a Kiss song because we got this guy right behind us.
It's Gene Simmons.
Right.
But I kind of used the best one already, I think, and I'm just gonna go to something that's
I'm on a highway. Hell.
That's AC/DC.
that's AC/DC, but sure.
Oh, sorry,
Um,
sorry.
Close enough, man.
Sorry.
You've given it your all, man. We appreciate the efforts.
Fuck's sake.
Hey man, y'all leave me alone, bro. I feel like Alex, you are man. Y'all
Dude,
bullying me, bro.
I'm not bullying, no, man. Come on. I don't know how you even got that perception. JJ,
not
can you
a crowd,
confirm
man.
that all throughout high school I was a grade A, honorable student
Man, I'm
As
about
much
to
as it
cry.
pains
Get
me
this-
to say he's right.
that everybody liked? Teachers,
That-
all teachers.
Okay,
liked.
yeah, teachers maybe, sure, but you know,
All
students.
right, what's your song of the week, JJ?
I'm instead, since I don't really have a, you know what? No, man, I'm gonna pick a Kiss song. I believe I've used I Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll before, so I'm just gonna
Have
go
you used
with.
Crazy Nights before too. I think.
I had Crazy Nights before.
I mean,
Man.
listen. There's two people in this room. One of us is responsible for keeping up the spreadsheet of all the songs that we've used.
Let me see what Kiss songs I have. I'm not gonna use the generic as one that everyone uses. I believe I've used Heavens on Fire
Are you
too.
high?
Jesus Christ, I'm not
Pick
gonna.
a song. Just whatever.
So I'm not gonna go with the Kiss song since apparently all the good ones have been exhausted. And I'm gonna go with the Volbeat song.
Another Volbeat
I
song?
know, I've done it before.
Can never have enough Volbeat, man.
Hey, it's true. Like we've been listening to a lot of their stuff lately, and they did a lot of good stuff. And as a matter of fact, they're releasing an album this year, which is also looking to be pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's looking good.
But my song of the week is "Dark Holiday" by Volbeat.
All right. Did you use that before?
Nice.
you
No, I
probably
did not.
It's actually one of
Dark
those Volbeat songs
Holiday.
that I don't like that much. It's kind of suspicious to me. I'm not a huge fan.
Look queerish. All right. Well, my song of the week is called "Demon" by Emily Jane White. It's a
Alright.
folk song, and it's very calm and peaceful.
Sounds interesting.
It's-
All right. I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
"The Demon" by Emily Jane
Demon,
White. It's
alright.
very good.
I was also going into folk, more of like blues, country folk genre.
Don't mind
It's a
that.
song called "The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie" by Coulter Wall.
All right.
I'll check
They're
that
both
out.
connected by the concept of hell beasts for some
Yes.
reason. Both of these songs.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Interesting. We'll listen
All
to
right.
it. We'll listen to it for sure.
Which is a common theme amongst folk.
We also listened to your songs of the week
Blues.
from last time, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah. Smokey, your song, I kind of liked it. It was pretty
Yeah.
good.
What was it? The
Barrels of Whiskey.
Barrels of Whiskey.
Yeah. It was okay. It was all right. And Hollywood, you had what? That Elliott Smith song. What was it called?
What was it? Between the Bars?
Yeah,
Or-
right.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge
Oh.
fan of it. It's like too.
It seems like the intro to a song where it never really gets anywhere.
That's my quote, by the way.
I like depressing,
It-
slow.
That's what I think about this Billie Eilish
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
And all of her songs sounds like the intro to a song, and the
Yeah.
beat never actually
And then,
drops.
exactly, and then
change-
nothing happens.
Can I
Yeah.
change my song of the week?
Go
You
for
did
it.
that. Come on. Yeah, go.
Yeah,
ahead.
sure.
All right, I'll save it for next time.
Do it. Sure.
You gonna say Billie Eilish?
What's your
No,
song of the week?
All right, take out the Demon by Emily Jane Smith.
Again, another demon
Emily-
song.
No,
Emily
he
Jane White.
He said.
Oh, okay.
The song,
take it.
y'all, check this song out. It's called "Born to Die" by Lana Del Rey.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That
I've
song
actually heard
is
of the artist.
epic.
I have also heard of the artist before.
I don't know.
Everybody knows Lana Del Rey, but this song is phenomenal.
Born to Die. All right. We'll give it a shot. We'll give them all a fair evaluation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to the viewers, let us know your song of the week in the comments. I want to do this for 2 years. The comments below this video. I'm doing the finger pointing thing. What YouTubers do, when they point downward. Like by the way, there's like info cards like right up there above JJ's noggin somewhere. Terrible. We haven't figured it out yet. It's not as entertaining as you think it is, Hollywood. But let us know your song of the week.
Considering I'm doing all the editing.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the only one that's actually put links in our videos.
You're right. You're right.
Do all the song of the week stuff in the comments and the viewer music suggestion playlist. Go join our Discord server. Link to that is also in the description. It's a fantastic place to be. We have a lot of great people in there, including Smokey and Hollywood, by the way. So if you want to talk some trash to the other trash talkers, you can do that.
And I understand exactly 3% of what people are saying in there.
Because it's all
Yeah,
hard
he's
stuff.
not a gamer. He's not a gamer.
Trust
y'all,
me.
I really feel like we need to get Smokey on Hearthstone.
I think
that
so.
game
I
is
think so.
it's addictive, bro.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's addictive, dude.
Confirmed.
Can I play
Listen,
it
take it
on...
from sports guy to sports guy.
You can play it on your phone.
It's a good game.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's Smokey. I promise you. If you just played it try 4 games. It's addictive, dude.
Yeah. Get him to make like 5 videos, and then see if he doesn't like it.
Yeah, dude. You would be I've introduced, bro. I used to date a blonde chick named Annie, and she don't even know 4 + 4. But I introduced her to Hearthstone, and she fell in love with it. Like
Did she know that
it's
the
a
Earth was
great
round?
game, bro.
I'll give it a try. Hell, I'll try anything once.
Yeah, try it out.
Not anything.
Not
Most.
anything. Nope.
Like, I'll
Yeah,
try anything
not
once.
anything.
How about suicide?
Yeah, dying.
Yeah, not
well,
anything.
Not
A little bit
anything.
more.
Anything that you
Yeah,
anything you can try again if you want to.
there you go.
Anything that
All right, yeah.
that maybe isn't so addicting that it forces you to try it
Yeah,
again.
that also.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're well over an hour.
Yeah.
We need to close it on out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
that
done
happens.
with this one. So thank you for having us. We also had you on our podcast, obviously. So thank you for showing up. To our viewers, yeah, there you go. You wanted it, not as spectacular as they thought it might be. I'm not gonna talk about that one. Anyway, that's been the face reveal. If you're interested in it, and I mean, we bought the camera, so you really can't stop us. But we're gonna do it more,
Yo.
and we're gonna do it in Hearthstone
The hell with
videos
what they
with
think.
the little face cam in the bottom, corner somewhere like this or something. We still need. To
I'll
figure
make
out
it
names.
work. I'll make it
Yeah,
work.
we'll figure it out for sure, and yeah. Pretty much like JJ's doing right now. Thank you for watching this. Leave a like on our podcast and go subscribe to the Trash Talkers as well. Their link is in the description and on our channel page. They're a featured channel for us, and they produce a lot of good content. Hollywood is a pretty talented musical artist. As much as his flat Earth belief is dubious to me, the man can rap, and it's actually pretty entertaining. And some of the songs are actually pretty darn good, as well as
Thank you.
the entertaining podcast. So if you want more of what we did today, but less of us,
But I'm
which
not a good artist.
is understandable, then go over there and have a
Right.
listen to
And
it.
and also don't leave my dog Smokey out the equation
Man,
because
Smoke, yeah,
he's
I do make music also. I didn't know if
he
you guys
does.
know
Yeah,
that or
he
not.
does.
yeah, Smokey's a beast too. But yo, let's end it out. So with that being said, thank y'all for checking out the 27th episode of the Trash Talk podcast, and they're
107.
107.
107.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, my name is Behringer Hollywood 6 Buys.
I am Larry, Smokey, Ramirez, Cowan, and I love you.
JJ,
That's it.
Smokey,
That's it.
Hollywood.
That's it.
That's it.
Deuces.